China, August 20, 2025. Beijing hit hard again by torrential rains. 77 rivers burst their banks. More than 200,000 residents evacuated. On the morning of August 19, dark clouds rolled in as lightning split the skies over Beijing. The sharp white flashes lit up old, crumbling houses, where water dripped steadily through the ceilings, pounding rotten wooden floors. For many residents of the capital, this has become a familiar nightmare that returns every rainy season. Roofs leak, run-down apartments turn into giant pools, and in the Zaijingshan area, drainage outlets spewed foul, black sewage into the streets. What makes it worse is the so-called annual repairs to the drainage system, projects that always fail at the critical moment. Streets flood again and again, clogged beyond hope. Locals say the sound of raindrops has become a torment in the night, every drip a grim reminder that disaster is on its way. By the afternoon of August 19, the entire nation was shaken. China's National Flood Control and Drought Relief Headquarters raised a Level 2 emergency response for Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei province. The rain poured down like a torn sky, marking the second catastrophic flood in less than 2 months. Back in late July, torrential rain swallowed Beijing, leaving at least 44 people dead and dozens missing. In Hebei, massive landslides tore through mountainsides. Now the same terror has returned, this time larger in scale, fiercer in force. People can only wait helplessly. The Weather Bureau has warned that heavy rains will continue across Beijing, Tianjin, and multiple parts of Hebei. Wave after wave of thick storm clouds roll in. This is no longer just weather, it feels like nature's fury unleashed. Across the country, 330 rivers have exceeded warning levels. 77 have already burst their banks, and 22 hit record highs. Each river is like a water bomb waiting to detonate, threatening cities in its path. On the streets of Beijing, fear hangs heavy. Families seal their windows, lift belongings off the floor, clutch their children close. Outside, sirens wail through the night as rescue teams race against time. According to media reports, at least 13 people in northern China lost their lives on August 18 alone, and the death toll is climbing. In Ordos, Inner Mongolia, floodwaters surged violently. 3 bodies were pulled from the muddy torrent, and 3 others are still missing. The Yellow River swelled dangerously, as if ready to swallow everything along its banks. In just 24 hours, Ordos recorded 214 millimeters of rain, twice the monthly average, setting an all-time record. Lush grasslands turned into vast lakes. Once bustling campgrounds are now filled with grief and mourning. 13 campers were swept away by the flood, 12 have been confirmed dead, only 1 survived. Even more alarming is that Ordos lies near Baotou, China's vital rare earth hub. Thousands of mines scattered across the region are now submerged in mud, posing not only a resource security threat but also a blow to the country's economic backbone. Experts warn that such extreme rainfall is a clear signal of climate change and exposes the fragility of China's disaster prevention systems. Economic losses are feared to already be in the billions of dollars. Meanwhile, in southern China, Hainan has also activated a Level 2 emergency response. Reservoirs were forced to release water as rivers rose dangerously close to warning levels. Thousands of families fled overnight. Special task forces rushed in, but residents remain uneasy, watching the blackened skies and relentless lightning as if another storm is already brewing. Just last month, Beijing mourned the 44 victims of July's floods. Hebei buried another 8 after devastating landslides. Now, those grim numbers are being repeated and multiplied. The high river floods this August are the worst since 1959. According to the Ministry of Water Resources, in just 1 week, the Kaohsiung, Luwan, and Daqing rivers surged beyond all historical records. Tributaries feeding the Miyun Reservoir broke past their peaks. These floods bring not only mud and debris, but also washed away memories and a shattered sense of safety. And still, the warnings have not ended. Meteorologists say a new wave of heavy rainfall will sweep across 11 provinces starting August 20th. Northern, northeastern, and southern China, even the Sichuan Basin, will be hit. It feels like a curse without end, storms piling on storms. Typhoons number 12 and number 13 have not yet made landfall, but once the subtropical high weakens, they could collide with cold air in early September, sparking even greater disasters. On August 19th, Ordos became the storm's epicenter. From the night of the 18th through the morning of the 19th, the downpour was relentless. In Dongxing district, 3 people died. In Dalate Banner, 3 went missing. Rainfall hit 214 millimeters. The devastation defies imagination. Sirens blared non-stop. Rescue vehicles pushed through walls of rain. Streets filled with 1.5 meters of water, cars left abandoned. One rescuer recalled, by 11 p.m., the rain intensified. By 2 a.m., cries for help mixed with sirens. The entire city was awake. At dawn, Ordos had become an inland sea. Rainfall records toppled one after another. Dongxing recorded 202 millimeters in a single day, the highest since records began. Kangbashi broke its own record with 140 millimeters. Dongxing Banner hit 110 millimeters. These aren't just numbers, they're proof of climate systems spinning out of control, far beyond all forecasts. The National Meteorological Center warned that Ordos will face more storms in the coming 3 days, possibly with hail, lightning, and violent winds. Residents live in constant fear. How many more lives will the next flood claim? This rain is no longer just weather. It feels like a death sentence hanging overhead. From Beijing to Hainan, from Tianjin to Inner Mongolia, the scenes are the same. Streets turned to rivers, rooftops swallowed. Parents carrying children through the storm, dragging what little they can save. This is not just a disaster. It is a warning. Climate change has turned every rainfall into a fight for survival. And as China struggles to hold back the waters, the sky unleashes even more storms. Beneath the gray horizon, one haunting question lingers. Will people survive this rainy season, or are they destined to face an unprecedented tragedy? Thank you for watching. If you found this report helpful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss future disaster updates. Some visuals in this program are for illustration only and not from the actual scene. We'll see you in the next episode. Stay tuned, and most importantly, stay safe.